Hello and welcome to this video on regular sleep patterns. Nobody's talking about this, but there's a career crisis hitting top executives right now, and it's worse than you think. Let me show you something wild. Executives are experiencing severe burnout, but here's what's crazy. It's not just about being tired. These leaders are making million-dollar mistakes because their brains are literally shutting down. One CEO lost $12.00 in a single bad decision because he hadn't slept properly in days. But that's not even the craziest part. The traditional solutions? They're making it worse. Those meditation apps and wellness retreats. They're like putting a band-aid on a broken arm. Here's what nobody tells you. Working harder isn't the answer. After 50 hours per week, your productivity drops off a cliff. Every extra hour actually cost your company money. Think about it. You're not just risking your job, you're risking your health, your family, your entire future. But there's something even more shocking. The most successful CEOs aren't working more, they're working differently. They've discovered a way to make better decisions in less time. The real question is, will you keep pushing until you break, or learn to lead with clarity before it's too late? The alarming statistics paint a clear picture. A significant majority of top executives are teetering on the brink of collapse, their cognitive functions impaired by the relentless pressures of their roles. This isn't simply a matter of feeling overworked, it's a neurological reality where chronic stress and burnout are literally eroding the brain's capacity for sound judgment. The example of the CEO losing millions due to sleep deprivation is a stark illustration of the high stakes involved. When the prefrontal cortex, the brain's center for executive functions like decision-making and planning, is compromised by stress and lack of rest, even the most seasoned leaders become vulnerable to costly errors. The traditional solutions often touted, such as generic meditation apps or occasional wellness retreats, frequently fall short because they don't address the fundamental issue, the need for sustainable, integrated mindfulness practices tailored to the demanding lives of busy professionals. As the Crafting Your Personal Mindfulness Blueprint module highlights, generic approaches often fail to fit the unique pace and pressures of executive life. The key lies in designing a personalized roadmap that can be seamlessly integrated into a tight schedule, offering mindful pauses and actionable steps throughout the day rather than relying on infrequent escapes from the high-pressure environment. Furthermore, the notion that simply working harder will solve the problem is demonstrably false. As the SCREG correctly points out, research indicates a sharp decline in productivity after a certain threshold of working hours. This not only negates any potential gains from the extra effort, but, more importantly, exacerbates the underlying stress and burnout, further impairing cognitive function and increasing the likelihood of poor decisions. The real game changer lies in adopting a different approach to work, one that prioritizes mindful leadership and strategic breaks for mental rejuvenation, as emphasized in the Advanced Techniques for Daily Resilience module. Techniques like dynamic attention shifting and strategic decision-making, rooted in advanced mindfulness, can equip executives with the ability to maintain focus, manage stress effectively, and make clearer, more impactful decisions in less time. This isn't about doing less work, it's about optimizing cognitive performance, to achieve more with greater efficiency and less strain. The career crisis nobody talks about is the silent erosion of executive cognitive function due to unchecked stress and burnout, a crisis that demands a shift towards personalized, integrated mindfulness strategies rather than outdated notions of relentless effort. The future of effective leadership hinges on recognizing this reality and embracing a more sustainable, mindful way of operating before the consequences become irreversible. The path forward involves a fundamental re-evaluation of how top executives approach their work and well-being. Instead of viewing mindfulness as an optional add-on or a temporary fix, it needs to be recognized as a core competency for effective leadership in today's demanding environment. The Mastering Mindful Leadership module emphasizes leading with awareness and using mindfulness techniques to stay clear-headed under pressure. This includes practices that can be implemented in real time during high-stakes situations, allowing leaders to navigate challenges with calm decisiveness rather than reactive stress. Micro breaks for instant rejuvenation, as discussed in another module, offer practical ways to incorporate mindfulness throughout the day, preventing the cumulative buildup of stress that leads to burnout. These brief, mindful pauses, even just moments long, can act as neural resets, allowing executives to regain focus and maintain cognitive clarity amidst a hectic schedule. Building a supportive mindfulness community, as highlighted in another module, can also play a crucial role in sustaining these practices. Connecting with like-minded professionals provides accountability, shared learning, and a sense of camaraderie, making it easier to prioritize and maintain a mindfulness routine, even when faced with intense work demands. The key is to move beyond the perception of mindfulness as a solitary, time-consuming activity and to integrate it into the fabric of the executive's daily life and leadership style. This requires a personalized approach, as emphasized in crafting your personalized routine, that takes into account individual needs, schedules, and stress patterns. By identifying personal triggers and incorporating tailored mindfulness techniques, executives can build resilience from within, mitigating the risk of burnout and enhancing their ability to lead with clarity and wisdom. The career crisis of executive burnout is not an inevitable consequence of high-pressure roles. It's a challenge that can be effectively addressed through a strategic and integrated approach to mindfulness. By embracing the practices, leaders can not only protect their own well-being and cognitive function, but also foster healthier and more productive work environments for their teams, ultimately leading to better outcomes for their organizations. The time to break the silence and address this crisis with mindful solutions is now, before more careers and companies suffer the consequences of unchecked stress.